The Reserve Bank of India, or RBI, wants banks to adopt the expected credit loss regime, or ECL regime, to provision loan assets. It will shortly come out with a discussion paper on the transition, said the RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das in September. Implementing the ECL impairment framework will force banks to become proactive in assessing the buildup of stress in their borrowers' books. The ECL is a forward-looking approach, and it will lead to early recognition of credit losses. This is in line with the Bank of International Settlements Financial Stability Institute Connect document. When implemented, banks will have to proactively look into the ECL and take on board past, current, and future information and update the ECL at each reporting date to reflect changes in the credit risk of their borrowers. As on date, banks in India follow the incurred loss approach, even as non-banking financial companies or NBFCs are on the ECL framework. It may be recalled that banks were to follow the Indian accounting standards, which includes ECL, from April 1, 2018. But it was deferred as legislative amendments were needed to the Banking Regulation Act 1949. Implementation was also dependent on their level of preparedness. The bigger NBFCs, however, went ahead with these standards from April 1, 2018. Delays in recognizing losses worsened the downswing during the financial crisis of 2007-09. Faced with a systemic increase in defaults, it led banks to make higher provisions. This worsened systemic risks, as banks' capital eroded precisely when they needed to shore it up. Moreover, the delay in recognizing loan losses and the consequent higher dividend payouts reduced internal accruals to the capital. The experience prompted the G20 and the Basel Committee on Banking Supervisions to recommend modification of accounting practices to accounting standard setters. This incorporated a more forward-looking approach rather than requiring losses to occur before they could be recognized. It encouraged the adoption of provisioning standards that require using the ECL model rather than the incurred loss models. The RBI said it would soon come out with a discussion paper on introducing the ECL framework for banks to seek feedback before its implementation in financial year 2024.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
I am the blue of the limitless sky. I am the inspiration that led success soar high. I will achieve, I will fly high. I am the I in SBI.
I'm backed by the nation's trusted bank, SBI, the banker to every Indian.